Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, October 1st, and welcome back to the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins. Let's get into it. There were four playoff games from yesterday, the game ones of the wild card series, and most of them were very good games. And we'll start with Cleveland and Detroit. It was a masterclass from Tarek Skubal. He went out and got the win. He went seven and two-thirds, gave up three hits, one run, and struck out 14 Guardians over seven and two-thirds. He was magnificent. Let's go over the final real quick. It was Tigers 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Guardians 1 run on 4 hits and 2 errors. Two of those errors were very costly and allowed the Tigers to get the runs. It was classic Tigers Guardians baseball. There were not a lot of hits, and the Tigers were the ones who capitalized on the mistakes, and they were the ones who won the game. And I think it was a big performance from Tarek Skubal. He is probably going to win the AL Cy Young, and he really put the team on his back. And that's how the Tigers were able to win game one of this series. The loss went to Gavin Williams, who still had a very good game. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, none of them earned, and struck out 8. So he picked up the loss, but he still had a good game. And the save went to Will Vest, who went an inning and a third and struck out 1. So that was the first game of the day. The Tigers beat the Guardians 2-1. And I picked the Guardians to win the series, and I still think they can win the series. I think the pitching matchup favors the Guardians in each of the next 2 games, and they are the home team. The Guardians had a chance to win the game. Jose Ramirez got to third with nobody out in the bottom of the ninth, but then he broke home on a ground ball to the pitcher, and he got caught in a rundown and was promptly tagged out. And that was the chance the Guardians had, and they could not capitalize, and that's how the Tigers were able to win the game. So just to recap, 2-1, Tigers over the Guardians. Skubal dominates with 14 strikeouts. Then the second game was the Cubs and the Padres. Cubs 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Padres 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. And in this game, it was the Cubs bullpen that made the difference. And I came into the episode yesterday talking about how the Padres had the best bullpen in baseball and how they had the advantage in terms of the bullpens of each team. But the Cubs bullpen was fantastic yesterday in relief of Matthew Boyd, who went 4 1/3, only gave up 1 run. And he was good, but he got pulled in the fifth inning. Palencia came in, went an inning and 2/3, and got the win. The save went to Brad Keller, and Pomeranz and Kittredge, they each came in and did not allow a run. So the Padres' only run came in the second inning, and they were promptly shut down for the rest of the game. The shadows at the friendly confines really came into play there. And as for the Cubs, their offense off of Nick Pivetta, who got the loss, going 5 innings, 2 runs on 3 hits, and struck out 9. He had a good game, but it was the 2 homers, back-to-back homers from Seiya Suzuki, a rocket from him, and Carson Kelly. They went back-to-back, as well as a sac fly in the 8th inning for some insurance. But both bullpens were very good for each team. Mason Miller, in particular, in his first ever postseason game, struck out the side, but it was the Cubs who won Game 1 behind back-to-back homers and a very strong performance from their bullpen. And then probably the most exciting game, for being honest, happened in New York, in the Bronx, with the Red Sox having 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. The Yankees 1 run on 7 hits, no errors. Red Sox winning that game 3-1 behind yet another good performance. I say good performance. It was another masterclass from a lefty pitcher, and that's kind of going to be a theme from the first game of the first round of the playoffs. Was the lefty starters dominated yesterday rather, sorry. And in this case, it was Garrett Crochet for the Red Sox, their ace. He was magnificent like Skubal. He went 7 2/3, gave up 1 earned run on 4 hits, struck out 11, and he pitched the um he pitched the seventh inning, and the pitch count was already very high. But he got through that in 6 innings, went back out for the eighth, and got 2 outs. He finished with 117 pitches and 11 strikeouts. He was great. He was really good. And that's the kind of performance the Red Sox needed in order to win Game One. I still think the Yankees can win the series, but the Red Sox did what they had to do in order to win Game One. They put themselves in a good position to just need one more game. The loss. First, let's talk about the Yankees starter. It was Max Fried, another lefty, and he too was fantastic. He went 6 1/3, struck out 6, gave up no runs on 4 hits and 3 walks, and the Yankees bullpen let him down. They could not close it out for him. Fried, very good, but a no decision because Luke Weaver came in the seventh inning, and he gave up a walk and 2 hits, and that was the difference in the game. He got the loss and the blown save. The save, however, went to Aroldis Chapman, who came in and got a 4-out save, and it looked dicey. It definitely was. He got the first guy that he came in to face, no problem in the eighth inning, but then he had to go sit down. The Red Sox scored another run. He had to come back out to pitch the ninth, and he gave up 3 singles in a row to Goldschmidt, Judge, and Bellinger. Then, with the bases loaded and nobody out, the tying run on second, the winning run on first, he struck out 2 and got a fly. He struck out 1, then got a fly out, and struck out Trent Grisham to end the game. Ice in his veins, I guess. Aroldis Chapman with a fantastic year, and he got the save in spectacular style. So that was the third game. The Red Sox take a 1-0 lead on the Bronx Bombers. And the final game was in LA, where the Dodgers came out swinging. They scored 10 runs on 15 hits, no errors. Reds 5 runs on 7 hits and an error. They made it close at the end, but not that close. It was 10-5, but if you look at the way the game went, the Dodgers were firmly in control the whole game. I said if the Reds wanted a chance to win the series, they were going to have a fantastic outing from their starting pitcher, and that did not happen. Hunter Green got shelled on the first batter of the game that he faced. Ohtani took him deep. He ended up going 3 innings, striking out 4, but he gave up 5 runs, all of them earned on 6 hits and 2 walks. Gave up 3 homers. He got hit around for sure. And Dodgers offense made a statement in the first game of this wild card series. The win, however, went to the former Giant Blake Snell, who went 7 strong innings, gave up 2 runs, both of them earned, on 4 hits and a walk, and he struck out 9. He was very good. Another lefty having a great outing in yesterday's ball games. Like I said, that's a common theme. Ohtani hit 2 homers. Teoscar Hernandez hit 2 homers. Tommy Edman hit a homer. Dodgers just smacked the Reds around. But the bullpen for the Dodgers tried their hardest to blow the game, but they did not. The Reds almost came back, but like I said, it wasn't really that close. So, big stories from yesterday were the lefty starters. Skubal, Crochet, Snell, Fried, all those guys, very good performances. And that's the type of performances you need from your Game 1 starter if you're going to make a run. So, it was good performances from the lefties, and then also the Dodgers offense. Wow, they were good. So that's what happened yesterday. And then taking a look at today, it's going to be the Tigers and the Guardians. Once again, it's the same order, same time slots. The Guardians will send out Tanner Bybee to try and get a win with their season on the line. Detroit will start Casey Mize. For San Diego and Chicago, Padres down, trying to fight for their season. They send Dylan Cease, and Kittredge goes for the Cubs. Looks like a bullpen game for the Cubs. They're going to try and recreate the success from yesterday. Boston and New York. New York down, once again, fighting for their season. Boston trying to end their hated rival season. Brian Bayo goes for Boston. Little alliteration there. And the former Giant Carlos Rodon goes for the Yankees. And as for Cincinnati, they send out Zach Littell to face the potent Dodgers lineup, going up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And I think that with Yamamoto on the mound, that's it for the Reds. Their season will be over. I hope not, but that's just the way it goes when you play the Dodgers. So once again, lots of good baseball going on. And then let's switch gears and let's talk about the Warriors because I have not been talking about the Warriors and I probably need to be. Because Jonathan Kuminga re-signed with the Warriors for a 2-year deal, $48 million with a opt-out after this first year. And I've always liked JK. I think he's a good player. I think if he gets more minutes, he really can shine. I'm not sure how he's going to fit in, but I do like Jonathan Kuminga. And if we can keep him around, who knows? Maybe he'll be the future of our franchise in the next couple of years after all the unks have left. And then in addition to Kuminga, Al Horford signed with the Warriors recently, and that is a signing I really like because we've always had a problem with the big men on the team. It's kind of been our weakness, and now we got another one who can go along with QP, who can shoot the ball but also play good defense and rebound, and that's something that we desperately need. And then other signings for the Warriors, Seth Curry, the Steph's brother. I like that one too. GP2 coming back, and D'Anthony Melton coming back as well, who we traded last year, and he's coming back to the Warriors. So that's nice. And yeah, I'm optimistic for the Warriors this year. I like all the signings that we've made, and Kuminga coming back. Hopefully, this is the year he breaks out, and we've been saying that for a while. But I hope this is the year that he puts it all together and goes out and earns the money. Hopefully from us, but you never know. I'm just hoping that he does well. So yeah, playoff baseball going on, and then the Warriors made some nice signings. So that's what happened yesterday, and what's going to happen today. I will see you guys tomorrow.